First class. My mother took me on my very first airplane ride across the country to visit my aunt and grandparents in Los Angeles when I was 10. There were 4 of us traveling, including my mother, and when we boarded the plane and walked past the first class section, I stopped and sniffed around. "This seems like my group," I told my mother. Instead, she ushered me down the aisle toward the very long coach section and whispered that the section I was referring to was first class, and that we would never be flying first class because there were 5 kids in our family and we couldn't afford it. Speak for yourself, I thought. Once we got back from California, I was more motivated than ever to start earning some of my own cash. The writing was on the wall. If my family was content flying coach for the rest of their lives, we simply weren't on the same page, and I would at some point have to split ties with them. My parents had a house on Martha's Vineyard where we'd spend the summer months. That year when we arrived, I called every hotel in Edgerton and gave them my name and number in case any of their guests needed a babysitter. I was 10 at the time, but I looked like I was 15, so I lied and said I was 15. I ended up spending that summer babysitting for a 14-year-old boy. His name was Jeremy, and he had behavioral issues, which required me to regularly put him in timeouts. I babysat for Jeremy for the next 3 summers until he was 17 and I was 13. Thanks to my lemonade stand business and burgeoning babysitting empire, I had already saved thousands of dollars by the time I was 12. So, when my mom announced that we would be flying to California for my grandfather's funeral, I walked down the street to my friend's house. Her mother was a travel agent, and I gave her $3,000 to purchase a first-class ticket to Los Angeles for myself. When we boarded the plane, I was with my 2 brothers and my mom. I located the seat identified on my ticket, stuffed my Barbie backpack into the overhead bin, sat down in my assigned seat, 2C, and looked at my family. "I'll see you idiots at the end of the flight," I said. I looked around at the passengers in first class, many of whom were drinking champagne. These are my people, I thought. This is my group. This is where the woman I will become is going to sit.